morning, my Wednesday enthusiasts. I'm Isabella Prida, and unfortunately our guest MJ Harris had to cancel, so the show must go on. We will not panic, okay? I've got a lot of good topics, and I got a good-looking surprise guest anyway, so the show's going to be great. I want to tell you all about a romantic comedy that I saw this past week, okay? It was so romantic and sweet, but let me tell you something. If you're a woman and you watch a romance movie, it will literally ruin your relationship, okay? Let me tell you why. We see these movies and we see these guys that are so hot and they're so tan and they're so tall and they do anything they can to make the woman know that she's loved and he doesn't have eyes for anyone else and like everything is perfect. And when we see those kinds of things, we get mad at our boyfriends in real life because we complain that they're not actually like that, okay? We start telling them to do better and that why don't they buy us the flowers and that why don't they like rent helicopters, to shower us with teddy bears and love. And it's an unfortunate situation, but I just want to remind all the ladies in a relationship out there to just lower your expectations, okay? Keep your standards high, but lower your expectations, okay? Because at the end of the day, romance movies is to women what porn is to men. Unless you're getting paid big bucks to act a certain way, it's not like that in real life. Moving on. I don't know where that rant came from, but I'm going to log in here to make sure I'm signed on. I want to talk about a WTF story that I seriously don't have words for. My PA's looking like she just saw a ghost, but it's okay. My WTF story of the week is about this teacher who allegedly pooped on school property multiple times. Now, there's this high school in New Jersey that started finding human feces across school property, and finally one of the employees decided one day to look at the surveillance footage, and then that's when they discovered who it was, and it was actually a school faculty member. So since then, this dude's name is Thomas, he's been arrested, but he was let go, and now he's let go from being arrested, but he still works at the school. So I don't really know where this story goes from there. All I have to say is WTF, people. Let's see if we got, yay. Good morning, Alessandra. Hello, Abelino. I'm so glad you guys are tuning in. In the realm of politics, we have this New York Attorney General. His name is Eric Schneiderman, and he's been a really big voice in the Me Too movement. He's actually the one that saw legal action after Harvey Weinstein. But apparently he just resigned this past week because 4 women have come forward with allegations against him. I was pretty shocked. Not that I ever really knew who Eric Schneiderman was, but I just feel like men are being accused of these things left and right. And I'm not discrediting the women that are, coming up with these allegations. I'm just saying I'm a little worried about the young girls that are growing up right now because they're seeing these kinds of behaviors and these kinds of lawsuits happening left and right. And I just want to remind everyone that although there are some pretty bad mofos out there still are some really nice, good-looking men out there. So don't be traumatized. Not all men are evil. For the most part, they're pretty shitty, but they're pretty good. Now, time for a super good new segment called Wellness Wednesday, because it's not Monday anymore, it's Wednesday. What's my story? Oh yeah, so at Fordham University in the Bronx, there's this new class that's being offered, by, I have her name. Her name is, and the class is a cycle class, but you're learning at the same time. So students are literally propped up on these stationary bicycles, I think is what they're called, and they have their textbooks right in front of them where the TV usually goes, and they're learning while they're working out. It's a 75-minute class that happens twice a week, which I don't think that the students are actually working out for 75 minutes. I think you kind of work out and learn at your own pace, which I think is super cool. I really, really hope more schools across the country start implementing this kind of course. Not that I like exercise or that I would really, maybe sign up, but I'm just saying being in a class and sitting in a chair for hours on end sucks already, that if I'm able to move around and oh my god, there should be a Zumba history class where you you like shake, but you learn about like George Washington or whoever you learn about in history class. I don't know. Oh, I'm reading the wrong comments. Oh, there you go. I was like, an energy drink about what? I don't know. Anyways, so since we don't have MJ Harris with us today, we have two significantly good-looking men. I'm obliged to say one of them is more good-looking than the other, but they're both named Luca, so I don't have to tell you which one. Please welcome my guests, Luca and Luca. Woo! Hello, Luca. Hello, Luca.
Please after you. Okay.
Yes. How are you?
I'm great.
So as you guys remember from episode 1, this is Luca Fiorini, and this is the second Luca. Oh, you both have a cute... Take your glasses. We're inside. Okay, first let me...
What are you told?
So, this is a true story. I'm at an event, right? Like, not too long ago, and there's this guy who started talking to me, and I'm like, relax, stop hitting on me, but he really wasn't. He was like, oh, I don't know what he said, and then I was like, wait, what's your name? He's like, yeah, I'm Luca, and I was like, did my Luca sent you to spy on me? He's like, what? So I'm like, my boyfriend's name is Luca. He was like, oh my God. I don't know if you cared or not. But then they met. Turns out they know each other because they're both like Italians that are named Luca. So this is a true story.
Yeah.
What are you smiling about? Okay, so I'm going to play a really fun game with you guys. Wait, I can't lose these papers. And then, but first I have to drink some water because I'm dying. Did you see my mug?
I did.
Okay.
I see it every day.
Okay, so we have some really good questions, and you guys have to be super, super honest with me, okay?
Okay.
Especially you, because I know when you're lying. Okay, so Luca, what would you do, and we'll start with this, Luca, if you found out your partner was cheating on you, but they try to play it off as it was just a very casual fling?
End it.
End it?
Yeah.
No cheating. Just none. Okay.
Done.
I'm with it. What about you?
Be careful, man. Everything you say.
Well, definitely, explore. I would definitely investigate a little bit more and understand what the fling. Like, first of all, I would ask you what that means.
A fling is... Okay, that's
just
fair.
Give me an explanation what a fling is.
A fling is like just a one night stand.
Oh,
like
okay.
just a fling.
Okay, well, I guess.
But this is with someone much, much hotter.
Oh.
Oh, you didn't say that to me. Hold on, you changed
Oh,
the question.
Moving on!
I would definitely. I don't know. I would just definitely need a little bit to think about it.
Okay,
and
that's really boring, babe.
Okay.
Moving on. Do you prefer a pretty face or a pretty body on a woman? Wait, you're not gay, right?
No.
Okay, just so our viewers can know. So do you prefer a pretty face
Why are
on
you
a
not
woman?
asking me? That's the question.
I'm not going to ask my boyfriend if
you have to ask him if he's gay, but you're not asking.
If I asked you if you were gay, you'd hit me across the face with a pan.
Okay.
Okay, so, face or body?
I mean, I can't say both. I gotta choose one, right?
You gotta choose one. It's life or death.
Body, because then that kind of goes with health and like well-being and energy levels and everything.
Okay, well that's a nice answer.
Right?
I would have said body because
I
I,
do
want
like
to
a
look at
rocking
that
body,
ass.
true.
Hey, Luca.
Well,
Well, you got both, but if you had to choose,
definitely, I love the way he says body because I love it. I wish I had his accent so much.
yeah, me too.
But I mean, you gotta kiss the face. You know,
So you can't kiss the body?
Well, you can kiss the body too, but like it's kind of like usually you start kissing the face. So I guess that's like the priority.
Quotes by Luca Fiorini. Usually you
I
start
wouldn't be
kissing
able
the
to date
face.
someone just with a nice body. I guess it just has to be. I don't know. I'm just too spoiled.
Okay, yeah, I
Well-
have to agree. Well, with your current girlfriend, yes. Others,
Well,
I'm gonna have to disagree. So, what would you do if you were hooking up with a woman, like just making out with her at a bar, everything's hot and sexy, and she says that she used to be a man?
How many drinks have I had?
I like it! You've had, your vision is a little impaired, but like, you could still drive. Say no more, I got you!
No idea what I would say.
Luca?
It's funny you're saying that because one time we actually hooked up one of our friends with this,
I was about to say, where's this story
woman.
going?
No, with this woman that we were kind of like, not sure if it was a man or a woman. And he told us the entire story of them, like, going home and then him finding out in the worst moment possible that she was not a woman, and I felt so horrible for him. But I would definitely and I would get really mad, to be honest.
Yeah.
At the person, because I would want that person to be honest with me.
But they were honest with you.
Oh, so they told me, like, they're telling me right away?
They're
Or
not
am I
walking
finding out
around with
later?
a sign saying, "Hey, I'm actually a man."
Okay, well, but I think you're right. That's kind of actually interesting. Like, would you, if you were,
It's like,
transgender-
when I see a man and we start dating and then you tell me, "Hey, listen, I'm not very good in bed." I would have wanted you to tell me that since the very beginning. Boom. Just saying.
Well, that's not the case. So.
But if it were, that's what I would say.
Okay, all
Moving
right,
on to
makes
the
sense.
next question. What's it like being named Luca?
It's awesome.
Well, it's a catch for me because my actual name is Gianluca, Gian. But
Oh.
nobody else can say it, so I changed it to like Luca recently, like a year, 2 years ago.
Oh,
But-
like legally?
No, just
Oh.
because.
I legally changed my name.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I used to be called Fenandra. And now I'm not.
That's
Hey,
fair.
Mandra.
You didn't know that?
You
No,
really?
is this for real?
Yeah. My mom was drunk when she
You
named
see,
me.
I wish you told me that from the beginning.
Oh.
I don't know if I
Oh,
could.
as if you're gonna. I could tell you that I just took a shit on the floor and you would still date me because you love me. Moving on. How would you describe love?
I would describe it as a verb, first of all, and not a noun. I feel that's one thing that people mistake love for, as in it's like a feeling. I think it's more of a verb, something that you should continuously do. Is the first point. I feel like that's a very strong point. I've recently been talking to a friend about with the script. So to love somebody is to do multiple things to love somebody,
For them.
instead of being like, I'm in love with you, like,
Yeah.
show me.
Oh, that's interesting. Yeah, because a lot of times, men behave really badly and then they'll be like, "Oh, but I love you." And it's like, show me, bitch, because I need to see it in your actions. And then guys are like, "Oh, but I can't afford it." And I'm like, "I don't want a Bentley. I just want you to show me like you love me, even if you make me soup from scratch or pasta." Luca makes me pasta a lot. But then he yells at me for eating a lot of carbs, so we need to work on that. But Luca, well, how would you describe love?
Well, I think it's very, in them, since I came to the States,
Oh,
I
man.
realized that it's something taken really, really lightly.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
That's
we have
cool.
two different words in Italy. We say ti voglio bene, which means I love you in American, but it's something that you say to like, like a kid or a friend.
Yeah.
Where ti amo means amore, it's love in America as well. It translates the same way,
Right.
but it's something a little bit more like more powerful, a little bit stronger. That
Yeah,
you
it's
say
like
to
that in
someone
Spanish.
you want to marry or someone you want to share your
Yeah.
life with. So
Yeah.
I would definitely like ask Americans or people to really really think about it, because again,
Before saying it.
the
right?
way you say love you here, it's like people say I love you to thank someone for showing
Yeah.
up. I love you guys.
I mean, I say it to my dog.
Yeah,
That
you
count?
can say to
Yeah,
technically.
but you love
but
your
you-
dog.
But you would say ti voglio bene to your dog in
Yeah,
Italian.
sure.
So
Well, here we have I love you and then I'm in love with you. But I agree. People are like get on a phone call with someone twice and it's like, okay, love you, bye. And I'm like, I get like,
I think it's just
don't
like
love
really
you.
taken slightly. For me, it's also something weird, because when I say, I don't really say that often. You probably realize that, because I feel like people really. I'm not like someone that says I love you all the time, or like I just walk outside the door, I say love you, because I think it's just something that everyone says, and it's not as important, as like powerful as it
You'll
is.
say I
in
love
Italy.
you on the way out. I'm never speaking to you again, just so you know, alright?
So if you ever hear me say I love you to you, just realize that that's just not very important for me. So,
Okay, good to know.
everyone by you.
All right. What is your favorite Italian phrase? I know mine, but I don't think I can say it.
Yeah, I was just about to say the exact same thing. I'm like, I don't know if I'm allowed to say it. Try to keep it PC.
What's PC?
Like, I'm allowed to say it.
Like PG?
PG, yeah.
Oh, but you say PC? Interesting. PC.
I'm more of a Mac guy.
A what? A Mac guy. Apple, you know, Apple.
No, I
PC.
got it. No, you're funny, babe.
It was a joke.
No, it's super funny.
You think an Italian word?
Phrase, a phrase.
A phrase.
What's a favorite Italian phrase? It's also not our best question, so if you don't have an answer, we can move on.
Va fatto un giro, which is like a nicer way of saying F you.
Oh,
It
it
means
sounded
like,
so
go for a
romantic. I was like,
No,
wow.
it means like go for a walk, like go do something, get away from it.
Oh, okay.
Right?
Yeah,
Can
va
you
fatti
teach
un
that
giro.
to me? What is it?
Va fatti un giro.
Va fate un giro.
Giro.
Which
Like
is also very
gyro?
slangy though.
Yeah,
it's
it's, like,
very,
very
very
slangy.
slangy. I
It
mean,
is.
we have like a lot of like in Italy, we have a lot of like different slangs from like
Mhm.
different like regions.
Uh-huh.
So that's something that you would probably say where it's more of like a
Yeah.
Tuscany.
100%
like,
north.
yeah, northern like.
Okay, well, we don't want a history lesson, babe. It's a good answer, though. So, I have some comments from some Facebook viewers. Oscar says, yoga in a math class, maybe? That might work. Although, I get really bored in math especially, so maybe something a little bumping, but that's really a good one. Salvador says, hello, Isabella. I'm glad to have a chance to tune in from San Antonio. Oh my gosh, I was born in San Antonio. Hello from over here, but hello to over there. Alessandra, Luca e Luca, yes. She said which one was her favorite, but I'm not telling you. Flor, que Dios te bendiga igualmente. Oh, Michelle from San Francisco, hello. Oh my gosh, I'm so glad so many of you tuned in. Okay, so I want to thank you guys for coming here, for answering some questions. I have, but don't leave because we're going to end the show with a segment called Things I Don't Get. Number 1 on my list, if I can find it. Oh, yes. Okay. What? Thank you, Boots. So, the Apple TV remote. I don't get it. Why do they make it so... Oh my god, 2 minutes and I'm
I
already...
know.
Why do they make it so small? And it's weird because Apple would make a product and then realize in like a year or two how bad it was, so they would like make it better. The Apple TV remote has been getting lost in my boyfriend's butt crack for the last 10 years and I don't know why it's still so small. So...
My mom used to say you can park bikes in my butt crack.
Babe.
I know, because it's like...
No, you can't say that. Was really weird. So...
You're gonna get a telling off when you go home.
So-
It's very honest.
Number 2 on my list
Change
of
the
things
game.
I don't get. When a talk show host says, and please welcome, blah, blah, blah. I mean, what are the guests gonna do? Not welcome someone to a set that's not even theirs? It doesn't make any sense, right? So, and I'm guilty of that. So now on, we have to come up with something that I have to say to my guests because, like, you're already welcomed, and I already said hi to you back there. So it's like, don't leave, because...
Do you want to try it? I mean, we can come back in if you want. You can try a different.
We'll do that for another show, Luca, relax. Number 3 and lastly on my list of things I don't get. The phrase, hustle till you no longer have to introduce yourself. I don't get it. I mean, I think that's pretty rude if you don't introduce yourself. I've met people like Richard Branson and he still introduced himself to me, so I don't
I've
understand.
never heard that sentence before.
Really?
Mhm.
Well, okay, it's a phrase, but you know.
Phrase.
Oh, okay. Well, a lot of people say it, so.
I'm foreign.
Yeah, you're foreign. But you're so handsome. Isn't he so handsome, ladies?
Stop asking people.
No, but yeah, you do. All right, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in today. Thank you to my guests for being here.
You're
and I
welcome.
hope... What?
You're
Stop
welcome for
talking
always
over
being
me.
there
I'm
for
doing
you.
my outro. I know you will always be there for me. We were mad at each other this morning, but I don't think we're mad anymore. You gonna take me to breakfast after
No.
that? So make sure to tune in here next week at the same time because Wake Up Alive is gonna be in Miami. So it's gonna be a really caliente episode. I'm Isabella Prida. This is Luca, and remember, you're the only one that can make today awesome. Bye, everyone.